Hello, and welcome back to Cardano Coin, where we keep you up to date on the most recent and exciting ADA news. We're giving away 1,000 ADA to people who watch. All you have to do to be eligible is upvote, subscribe, make a comment, and watch the video to the conclusion. The winners will be chosen next week and announced on the channel's community page. Why is it believed that betting on Cardano 10 times is a no-brainer? Watch this video to see why Cardano is predicted to rise in the near future. Cardano, according to cryptocurrency experts, has had the fastest documented adoption rate of any technologies. And the use of blockchain technologies has reached unfathomable proportions. Central bank digital currencies use blockchain technology as a major mechanism of transferring value. And when sovereign nations get interested in cryptocurrency, pension funds and asset managers get involved. And as shopping becomes more global, we are witnessing a change. Furthermore, innovation is occurring at an unfathomable rate. And in the digital era, everything is reduced to nothing. Because Moore's law states that the capacity to expand computing power allows for the creation of unlimited amounts of it, you can also add edge computing and other technologies to it to keep it running. As a result, in order to guarantee a value, blockchain generated scarcity in a digital environment. And it is a significant statement. Ethereum also enabled the placement of contracts on the blockchain. As a result, betting against this knowledge if you had it would be foolish. Why is it significant in light of what we've discussed? People often get into cryptocurrency extremely early as a result of witnessing the financial and euro crises and realizing that no one owns anything. As a result, anytime you have collateral and a leverage of 30, or whatever, you have 30 claims in one thing. So if you hold 32% of the collateral, you lose everything. There were also concerns regarding the printing of money. Even if some claim that it is in the process of creating money, I am not bothered with how it works as long as it establishes a common denominator. Both of these are huge worries, not just the depreciation of your currency, but also the fact that you do not own any property, which brings us back to Russia. It does not own any of those monies now that Bitcoin has arrived. And it's incredibly intriguing because it helps us address the problems we see around us. Then Ethereum appears, and you have that contractual agreement to follow, and you can then develop apps on top of that. As a result, they began to construct a decentralized universe in which decentralization is the key to financial freedom, because banks are the issue. This is because banks are overly intertwined with leverage in the system, which does not function properly. Central bank digital currencies are on the way because monetary policy is failing. And, certainly, they will be utilized for direct payments with varied rates of interest because they want to penalize some individuals more than others, which will irritate people. Furthermore, it is far more effective than what we now have, which is a fairly blunt tool for monitoring taxation and fiscal policy. I believe it alters a lot of that. This is a controversial viewpoint, yet it cannot be ignored. You must safeguard your privacy in this situation. For example, while using zero-knowledge proofs or other cryptography-related techniques. As we can see from the overall image, we are seeing every conceivable signal. This system will also serve as the foundation for the world's financial system and global value system, as well as all digital assets and contractual terms. With only a few of $1 trillion, this is a gigantic asset class. If it were the same size as any other asset class, it would be approximately $200 trillion or $300 trillion. In any event, both stocks and fixed income will be on-chain. Similarly, the internet is constructing the world's architecture and is on track to becoming the world's architecture. This is also the internet's value layer and contractual layer. As a result of Metcalfe's law, the market is a linear asset driven by adoption effects. Metcalfe's law is so quick to embrace because it is built on two other networks. This internet was constructed on top of a data network that was mostly reliant on mobile phones and cable. Stacking three networks on top of each other constantly provides quicker results, which is referred as the Reed's law. As a result, the rule of law is in effect. Metcalfe's law defines how to assess it based on the number of persons in the network, their connections, and the value transferred between them. In other words, when individuals argue you can't value digital assets in their magic internet money, it means they're completely based on Metcalfe's law. In terms of value, it is totally reliant on monetary quantities and the number of individuals trading on-chain. They are responsible for practically all Bitcoin values. As a result, exponential assets like as Amazon stock and Facebook stock have risen in value. Adoption is unpredictable in its early stages since it is unknown if it will succeed. Will it grow or will it not? Will there be volatility in the future? Hines, but the rate of growth continues to rise in a logarithmic exponential pattern. All you have to do is generate log charts of everything, and everything seems regular, just like Google, Facebook, Apple, and Tesla. They all look the same. It's a network impact company. Even if you don't know what Tesla's network effect is, the stock contains a network effect. What will be the next catalyst? The acceptance of institutions, the government, and everything else is expected to follow. It's also fascinating to look at what's going on politically, which is another adoption element. To own assets, you need assets that no one has claimed, for instance, and Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies are unclaimed assets, so you own them and can store them. As a result, it is incredibly appealing for individuals who witness what is happening in the tail to declare, "I need this right now." The blockchain allows you to track everything everyone does, but it also means you are no longer a member of the system. What a strong mechanism. Second, for sovereign nations, particularly sovereign wealth funds, it will be a long-term asset that gives some security. Sovereign governments will continue to use it as an asset rather than a currency. As a result, a very intriguing reserve asset. Bitcoins, in my perspective, are roughly comparable to immaculate collateral reserves in the form of Bitcoins. Now that the flames have been lit, the next step is for the inflation tail to die, causing central banks to issue more money. The system's success fosters adoption rather than merely price increases, as it does with stocks, gold, and real estate. As a result, it consistently outperforms everything else during times of monetary abundance. Meanwhile, based on its past price movement, Cardano has shown to be an excellent investment. In 2021, this digital asset gained a lot of attention, and many people predicted that it would destroy it. Could Cardano eat into Ethereum's market share? Should you invest in it? If so, Cardano is a blockchain project in which over 70% of the ADA value is staked for high network validation. Furthermore, there aren't many decentralized apps or dApps on the ADA blockchain, whereby accounts were included in the high stakes. Furthermore, following its introduction in 2015, Cardano began working to tackle Ethereum as proof-of-work consensus challenges. Cardano's several levels of computation and settlement, as well as proof-of-stake consensus, are only a few of its important advances. In 2017, the Cardano settlement layer was released via the ADA ICO and raised around $63 million. Because smart contracts are not supported by the Cardano settlement layer, it could only be used to settle peer-to-peer payments at the moment. Meanwhile, the ever-expanding Cardano development team has been hard at work creating smart contracts for the introduction of the Cardano computation layer. Furthermore, Cardano has already proven its worth and is backed by a solid development team. While Ethereum relies on trial and error to establish its ecosystem. Because the project is focused on doing it right the first time, the separation of the calculation and settlement levels in Cardano leads in significantly cheaper transaction costs. Do you believe Cardano is a good investment with a solid basis and a lot of momentum behind it? Cardano is without a doubt one of the most exciting blockchain applications available today. Many assume this will be the Ethereum killer, but this is exceedingly improbable. In my opinion, Cardano is likely to carve out a niche inside the global blockchain system, but it will not flip Ethereum. If you believe in cryptocurrency and blockchain in general, what do you have to say about it? Please share your ideas in the comments section below, and don't forget to click the subscribe and bell buttons.